Hey guys, welcome back to Desi Kitchen. Today we are going to be making some Mother's Day cake. This is a sort of video to show you how to make a cake so you can spread your love on Mother's Day for your mother, as it is on the 15th of March. It's not too far from now. So to get prepared ahead, you can always make it and show that you're grateful for your parents. And you can always use the same sort of recipe for Father's Day or any other occasion really. But this is specifically for Mother's Day. Like the sort of decorations that we are going to be using, they are mainly for Mother's Day, but you can go with whatever you want. Make sure you're grateful for your parents out there. Make sure to respect them and be kind to them. And then let's get on with the ingredients. So here we have vegetable oil. This is a 79 milliliters of vegetable oil. You can use any other oil, or you can even use butter or desi ghee if you want. So here we've also got 79 ml of milk. You can also use water if that's what you prefer, but milk is definitely better. Then we've got some love heart confetti, just to show our mothers that we really love them. Next, we've got some food dye to make the icing from color. So we've got red food dye, but you probably use pink, as that sort of theme we're going for today. Here we've got our flour. We've got some rich cream, cheese style icing. Now you can always use any other sort of flavor, but we've gone for this one as it's white. So we can use the food coloring. As if it's like a dark chocolate one, you won't really be able to use food coloring in that. So that's why we've gone for white, because we're going to try to go for a pink and white marble design, which I'll show you how to do later on in the video. So we've got some eggs, and we've got a piping bag, and we've got our spatula, and we've also got our trays that we're making them in. So one more last thing, with the piping bag, if you don't have a piping bag at home, that's not really much to worry about, as you can just get those plastic bags and you can just cut the corner and you can just use it on your cake as one would. We also have a bowl that we'll be needing to mix the flour and the eggs, milk and oil together to make the cake batter. So first of all, we're going to need our bowl, and we are going to firstly make the cake batter. So first you want to get your flour, and we're just going to pour that into the bowl nice and gently. Next we're just going to get our oil, just dump that in there, and then we're going to just pour our milk all over onto our flour. And then last but not least, we are going to pour our eggs with all our love. Just like that, and straight into the bin. There we go. And then last one. So here is our batter, and now we are going to mix that with a whisk. But first we are going to use a spatula, just because we want to get all the lumpy parts out of the way. So we're just gonna mix it just like this. As you can all see. All the flour seems to be stuck in at the bottom. So if you've got like loads of bits in it, then you can always use a blender or a proper whisk. So now here is our batter, as you can see. It's perfect texture. So now we're just going to pour it all into one tray. As you can see, it's going in there perfectly. These sort of spatulas, as they have a specific shape, they help you to get every last sort of bit of the batter or whatever you're cooking at the time. As you can see, There's not really much left. There you go. So here is the cake in the tray, and as you can see, all these little bubbles on top. Make sure you don't slam the cake tray onto a table to get rid of the bubbles, as the bubbles is the reason why the cake does actually rise. So you want to keep the bubbles there. As I've heard a lot of people having some struggles keeping their cake to make it rise. So yeah, this is going to go into the oven at 180 Celsius or Fahrenheit on gas mark 4. So whilst our cake is in the oven, let's make the icing design. So you want to get your icing and you're just going to open it and pour good 2 chunks into each bowl. Just like that. But you want some good dollops. That should be okay for 1 bowl, I'd say. Okay. And same with the other bowl. Just a good dollop. Go. You just want to leave the spoon in the bowl. That is fine as well. Put that to the side. So we're going to get our food gel. We're just going to put it into one of the bowls. We'll just put it into this one whilst we move everything else to the side. So here's our bowl. And we're going to use our food gel. And we're just going to use a little bit because we want a nice light pink color for our design, as this is a red color. I'd say about 1 drop should be okay, but if you need to add more, you can always add more after. And now we're just going to mix that in. As you can see, it's very strong, very pigmented. So now our icing is turning into this lovely light pink color. I'll show you better after I have mixed it in the light. As you can see, it's very pink. It's not as pink as it is on camera, but it's quite pink in real life. It's just this nice, light baby girl pink. And we are just going to leave this in this bowl for now with the spoon. And we're going to bring back our white icing. And we're just going to mix them together in one box. I'll put the pink one into the white one. Just get all of the pink icing and just fluff it in here. Just like that. Doesn't matter if it gets a little bit on the side of the bowl. If you have to wipe it, it doesn't really matter. There you go. I'm just going to leave that there and put this onto the side. So we are going to be mixing the pink and white icing to create our marble effect. So you don't want to mix it too much. Just mix it until they're sort of entwined with each other. As so. As you can see, they are slightly entwined with each other. But I'm just gonna get a bit more white because the pink seems quite strong. So here's our icing. We're just gonna put this into our piping bag. So something that I would definitely recommend when putting icing into a piping bag is getting a long bottle. As I'm going to show you now how to do it. So let's just lift our camera right back up, just like that. So what you want to do is get your icing bag and put it in to the long bottle, and you just have to do this. There we go. See? Makes it much easier. And if anything spills, it goes straight into the bottom, so you don't have to clean anything up. So you just want to get your icing and place it into the bag and wipe it on the side. There you go. And you just want to repeat this process until the bag is full. As you can see. I hope you guys are all really excited for Mother's Day, and let me know down in the comments what you guys get your mothers for Mother's Day, what gifts you're getting, and how you may celebrate. There we go. Now I think our bag is full, so we're just going to use that last little bit. And there you go. So here is the cake is out of the oven. So we just cut it into small sort of pieces like this. So we've made some which are really thin for those who don't want to eat or eat the cake but without any icing, sorry. And we made obviously some thicker pieces and just some medium-sized pieces for everyone in the family. So this one, as I say, it's a bit too thin, so we're just going to move this one to the side. And we're going to do the rest of these, and we're going to use icing, and we're going to use our love hearts to decorate. So let's get started. So here is our first cake, and we're just going to go across like this. As you can see, it makes this nice swirly design. As you can see, it's quite beautiful actually. And now we are going to put our love hearts here. So my assistant's just going to hold the cake for me whilst I put it on, as it's kind of falling. So you just want to get some confetti love hearts and just put them onto the cake by hand. Okay, so just gonna like put them in there. Like that. Just give them any sort of direction so it looks like you've actually just put them all over. That way it gives a more realistic view. As you can see, some of them are upside down and some of them are the right way around. As you can see, there is the final result of our cake. That looks quite beautiful and it's quite nice to teach your parents. If you really want, you can always cut the cake in half and put some icing in the middle if you don't want it on top either, because I get it gets messy on the top, but you can always make cute designs just like this. So we're going to put this here. I'm just going to lie this down as I don't want the icing to get ruined. So I'm going to show you one other way that you can also decorate the cake. So here is our cake that we're going to use. It's slightly thinner, but it's okay. You can just do like that. Just little dots on top of the cake. And you can just put little hearts on top. As you can see. So those are the two ways you can make your cake. So I'm going to make the rest of them and I will show you the final result after. So here is the final result. As you can see, there are multiple ways that we have done it. It looks quite nice. I think it's quite a good fun project you can always do. You can just really make it out of the things you have laying around in your own home. I really hope that you guys liked the video today. Make sure to like, subscribe, don't forget to comment, and also make sure to follow us on Instagram, TikTok, and Facebook. And I hope you have a good one.